In this video, we'll be looking at how to find the 6 trigonometric functions given a point using a formula. So let's say we're given a point x comma y. We can find what r is. So r will be x squared plus y squared equals r squared. So r would just be the square root of x squared plus y squared. Now cosine will be x over r. Sine is y over r. Tangent is y over x. Secant is r over x. Cosecant is r over y. Cotangent is x over y. Okay. So if we memorize these formulas, then it's very easy to find out the 6 trigonometric functions. So we'll start off with the first example, 4 comma negative 3. So x is 4, y is negative 3. To find r, you just do the square root of 4 squared plus negative 3 squared, and you get the answer is 5. You can also get r by realizing that this is a 3, 4, 5 triangle. R represents the hypotenuse. Okay, so now we can move into finding the 6 trigonometric functions. Cosine we said is x over r, so that's 4/5. Sine is y over r, it's negative 3/5. Tangent is y over x. Secant, we're just going to flip cosine, and then sine and tangent. And so these are my 6 trigonometric functions. Let's look at another example. Let's say we have negative 8, negative 15. So I recognize that there's a Pythagorean triple, 8, 15, 17. So if you don't recognize this, you can just say, okay, r is equal to the square root of negative 8 squared plus negative 15 squared. So that's 64 plus 225, which is 289, and that's 17. Okay, so r is 17 in this case. Negative 8 is x, negative 15 is y. Okay, so now we can look at the functions. Cosine we said is x over r. Sine is y over r. Tangent is y over x. Okay, and then for the right side, we're just going to flip the left side. So always align the trig functions that are reciprocals with each other. So cosine, secant, cosecant, sine, tangent, cotangent. Because really, all you're doing is just solving for the left 3. Okay. All right, next example, we have negative 2, negative 5. So this one is not a Pythagorean triple that we are familiar with. So we're just going to do r equals square root of negative 2 squared plus negative 5 squared. And we get the square root of 13. Oh, I'm sorry, 29. Okay, square root of 29. Okay, so that's r. Negative 2 is x. Negative 5 is y. Now we're going to find out our 6 trigonometric functions. Cosine we said is x over r. Sine is y over r. Tangent is y over x. Okay, on the right side, we're just going to flip the left. Okay, now we'll look at one more example. We're going to have -1 and 2. This one is another one that we don't know, so we're just going to do the Pythagorean theorem and get that r is the square root of 5. X is -1, y is 2. Now we can figure out our 6 trigonometric functions. Cosine is x over r. Sine is y over r. Tangent is y over x. So secant, we're going to flip. Cosecant, we're also flipping. And cotangent, flip. Okay. So once you have the formulas, it's very straightforward.